Hello everybody, Loki Magics, another day, another video. But in this video today, we are going to talk about Sergius because out of the two champions you could get in the arena shop, I feel like Sergius is definitely the better choice. This guy can add a lot of value to your account. He's pretty good in PvE and in PvP. And we are going to showcase this champion fully leveled up, awakened, and with all his chivalries unlocked. And I do have all but one of his skill ups unlocked. So pretty much this guy's fully maxed out. And if that sounds interesting to you, let's get right into the video. Now, we're going to start this off by talking about his C1. His C1, nothing too crazy, pretty much deals increased damage and inflicts attack speed decrease 2 on a single enemy for 1 turn. His C2 will randomly put focus target on one enemy at the start of the battle. And this is like kind of cool and not, because it's random. So sometimes if you're fighting the boss, it might go on his arm or his face. But hey, it's, better than nothing, right? His C3 will charge this hero's attack gauge by 50% when you use the skill Eye of Rome. C4 gets some effect accuracy, which is something this champion really needs. His C5, you get some more stats. C6, you get some more stats. C7, you do get some more stats. And then his C8, when you use Prepare to March, grants all allies attack speed increase 2 for 1 turn. And then C9, some more stats, and C10, some more stats. So overall, his chivalries isn't really game breaking for this champion, but it does help out, gives him more stats, a little bit more increases when it comes to his abilities. So overall, it's better than nothing. Now, here's something I do want to mention too. You can see right here on this screen, this is his, his base stats. Now his attack value is lower than Gillian's. Technically, Gillian is a stronger DPS champion than our boy Sergius. So what this tells me is that this champion isn't really a DPSer. He is more a support debuffer kind of unit. So that's how I look at him, and that's how I built this guy out. So you can build him however you want, but that's just something I noticed. And then his speed is faster than Gillian's, right? She has 94, he has 101. So definitely somebody you want to build out fast, and that's exactly what I did in this video. And what else? Oh, let me just show you a skill up. Like I said earlier, I have everything but one. We're just missing this one passive cooldown time, but everything else is unlocked. All right. I almost forgot. Let me show you his gear real quick. I do have this guy in a speed set and a crit set, and this is his overall stats. You can see I got him pretty fast, got some pretty good effect accuracy on him. And for me, I just want him to go fast, put his debuffs on, and at the same time, boost up our hero's attack gauge and decrease the enemy's attack gauge, right? So this is how I have him built up in this video. And now, since we talked about him a little bit, it's time to showcase what this guy is capable of. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about Sergius. Now, Sergius is good everywhere, but we're just going to showcase him here because a lot of people struggle on this boss. This is stage 10, and I feel like if he works here, he's going to work everywhere in the game. Trust me, he really does. I just don't want to make a super long video showing you guys the same thing over and over, right? So with that being said, let's get into it. There are quite a few little nuances that you need to know about Sergius. First one, his C2, I believe, did apply focus target at the beginning of the battle. We got lucky, it landed on his face, so boom, right? We don't have to manually put that on where we want it, because his skill order is a little bit weird when you do it on auto. You definitely want to spam his A3 and use his A1 when he doesn't have enough vigor, which is something else we'll get into. But you definitely always want to use his A3. And let's just say hypothetically, right, we didn't get this focus target on the head, we got it maybe on the arm. If that happens, you have to come in here and do it manually, because if you try to do that on auto, right, if you set it up something like this, he's only going to spam A2 and he's never going to get to his A3, right? So this is the best way you want to do it if you're going to put him on auto. If you want to manual it, you don't have to worry about it, but just something you need to know about Sergius. When it comes to auto, he's not the most friendly auto champion. But anyways, what we're going to do here is reduce the attack gauge of the boss. We're going to use her, reduce it even further, and now it is our man Sergius's turn. So like I'm saying earlier, if you didn't get focus target where you want it, you're gonna have to do it manually and just place it where you want, right? This one here is this A2, 100% chance to inflict focus target for 2 turns, and this will decrease the cooldowns by decrease your passive cooldowns by 2, and will charge his attack gauge by 50%. So you're not losing too much by using this A2 if it isn't landing where you want. Definitely 100% want to use this A3. Attacks all enemies, does some damage. If focus target is on the part or the enemy, it will reduce the target's attack gauge by 25%. So this is why focus target is important, and this will fill your allies attack gauge by 25%. So let's slow this down so you can see how it works. Here we go. A3. Right, decrease his attack gauge and increase ours, and we got attack speed, right? And for Lancelot, we're just going to use his A1. So pretty much now we are good to put this on auto, because you guys get what we need to do. Oh man, sometimes I feel like I don't click the face right. But anyways, with this team comp, this boss is never going to take a turn. The arms will, but the main, oh my god, right as I said that, something must have missed. Anyways, he usually does not take a turn, right? And yeah, that's pretty much how Sergius is going to work in every PvE content. Just remember, using him in auto is a little bit finicky sometimes, so you might need to go in and manual to get that focus target where you want. But other than that, you know, he's a pretty straightforward champion. And yeah, with that being said, we're just going to get to the end of this fight and move on to PvP, where I think he's really, really good. Alright, the deed is done. He never took another turn because we would have wiped. We do not have a healer in this team comp. So, way to go, Sergius and the beautiful Morgan, which I'm going to say, best champion in the game. Alright, let's do some PvP, which is my favorite content in the game right now. So I'm very happy to showcase Sergius in this content. So let's do a refresh. Let's look for some real players. I really don't feel like going against bots right now. Okay, I believe this guy right here is a real player. Now, another thing to mention, Sergius's Flame Relic is the best weapon for him. His Wind Relic is the second best. And the only thing is, the Wind Relic doesn't perform as good as the Flame Relic. The Flame Relic just lets you do more of what we're showcasing here. And the reason why I think maybe it's not a priority to get the Flame Relic right now is because when you go into your clan shop, right, you can see you could definitely get this, but it's 15k. That's a lot of points, you know. And you might want to prioritize other items. Like, you definitely want to get some pedestals to level up your champions, maybe some lumber chests, iron chests when needed to, you know, get your buildings upgraded, right? So I just feel like this is a luxury item. You don't need to get it right now because the Wind Relic is pretty good on Sergius. So, you know, you don't really have to push for it too much. But definitely, when you can, get that Flame Relic. It is the best weapon for him. But anyways, let's get into the fight. Hopefully, I have it on manual. Ooh, all right, cool. So, same situation as the PvE content, right? Sergius works the same way. At the start of battle, he did put focus target on a random enemy, and then if you're going to do auto, then make sure you have the A3 prioritized and Morgan has the A2 prioritized. And earlier I did mention you might need a vigor set. So when you have these heroes that are heavily dependent on their skill 3, I would recommend putting a vigor set on anybody on your team comp, right? It doesn't matter who, just long as someone else has that extra vigor charge boost, you'll be good to go, because 2 champions using A3 is pretty draining. So just something to remember, right? So let's get into it. We're gonna, you know what, I think I'm pretty confident we could do this on auto. So let's do that. All right, not too bad. And because we had that vigor set, we're able to spam that A3, which is very, very helpful. Right, they can't even take a turn. We're getting our attack gauge boosted, and boom, we are just winning these fights pretty easy, right? So you can see the power of Sergius, and he's not even using his best weapon. So just something to keep in mind. All right. Oh, another thing too I should mention is that Rosier has a 20% speed boost, just like Lancelot. So, you know, let's see who will be faster in this match. We're just going to do this on auto once again. All right, we went first. You already know Sergius does his thing. Ooh, you know, you don't see that often, but when Rosier does it, it's pretty cool. Right, they still, oh wait, oh, that was counter. Still can't take a turn. Look at that, pretty sweet, right? So like I said, very important to have vigor set when you're using another person that has a heavy AV3 dependent type of playstyle. Oh, we're lucky we have 2 players here that are real. Let's go with the higher level, because power level doesn't really mean too much yet in this game. Let's see what we're facing. All right, same thing. They can't take a turn. We are just draining their attack gauge and boosting ours. Right, it's a beautiful thing to watch. So pretty much that is it for Sergius. Do I think this is a great champion? Yes, I really do. I think Sergius is definitely a champion you should go for when you could. Oh wow, every time I say something terrible happens. We got lucky though. Sergius survived. Kay is still sleeping, but the Sergius got this. You got this. Ooh, man, getting pretty close. But it's probably a good time to mention that, you know, Sergius doesn't do a lot of damage. So, you know, then again, he's not built out to do damage in the way I got him set up. But you know, I really don't think he's a damage dealer. But regardless, what do you guys think about this champion? I think he's a pretty cool champion. I think he's definitely worth investing whenever you're able to unlock him from the arena shop. I think he is the better of the 2. Yeah. What else can you say? Cool champion, right? Definitely something that you probably want to invest in the future. And that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys saw something you like, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.